Hey there, it's Brian Biro, America's Breakthrough Speaker, and I'm here for another Lessons from the Legends. Now, my new book comes out November 14th, and having some fun developing these videos for you to give you a taste of the lessons of the great John Wooden and Pat Summitt. And if you missed any of the previous videos, they're all posted. Go back and have some fun with them, because the teachings of these two of the greatest coaches of all time are more impactful and pertinent now than ever. And one characteristic that I talked about last time that these two were absolutely the greatest examples of was being fully present. And that means that when you're with somebody, 100% of your mind, body, and spirit is with the person you're with where they are now. And the application of this can change your team, change your career, change your life. It will build people, build teams, relationships beyond anything else you can do. And in my own corporate career, when I became the vice president and general manager of a large training company, I inherited a director of operations who had the coolest name ever. Her name is Raffaella Regina Rossi. We call her R3. And Raffaella had incredible energy. She was incredibly efficient. She was a fantastic person. But when I became her boss, she couldn't stand me. And I was not used to this. I love people. And the reason was I had replaced somebody to whom she had been extremely loyal. And in some ways, she simply construed that I had somehow had something to do with it. Now, I really didn't, but that's the way that she kind of pictured it. Now, for a while, I tried to do the things that I thought you were supposed to do as a leader. I'd give her compliments. That didn't work. I'd give her space. That didn't work. I'd give her direction. That didn't work. And meanwhile, our team was floundering, because though we tried to pretend that we got along pretty well, how effective do you think that was? Everybody knew what was going on. Everybody could feel the tension. People were walking on eggshells. We were so afraid to do anything because of this angst that was building up in our own team. So finally, one day, I remembered what my job is. My job, your job. My job was to be fully present. My job, if nothing else, was to help Raffaella know that she was important. So I asked her to come in my office one day, and I was dead dirt honest. I said, Raffaella, our team is floundering, because I haven't been a good enough leader to find a way for you and I to break through. So I asked you here today to do something I know will sound a little bit odd at first, but I really have a reason. I said, if you will allow me for 10 minutes, I will just listen to you. You have a free pass. You can say whatever you want, however you want to say it. And my promise is I will not interrupt. I will not argue. I will not defend myself. I will not question. I will just listen, not just with my ears, but with my heart and soul. And all I ask is at the end of those 10 minutes that you do the same for me. Would you try it? And I'll never forget R3's response. She goes, Brian, I don't think I could talk for 10 minutes. I said, Raffaella, would you try? We just got to do better. I know we can do better. And she wanted things better as much as I did. And finally she said, okay, I'll try. An hour later, she stopped talking. And in that hour, I was true to my word. I was fully present. I just listened. I didn't say one word. And in that hour, she transformed more than our relationship. She transformed our team. She realized that she hadn't really been fair to me. She realized that if we actually put our energies together, we'd be pretty unstoppable. Most of all, she reminded herself of how much she loved what we could be doing and should be doing, but weren't doing because of our stuff. When we left that room after that hour, we got more done over the next 6 months than we had in the previous 3 years. There was an entirely new energy. 1 week further from that, we developed our vision statement that guided us in everything we did. We are champions of empowerment. And if what we were going to do didn't live up to that vision statement, we didn't do it. People were coming in with joy, with creativity. We got so many amazing things done. To this day, 35 years later, Raffaella is still one of my greatest friends, even though she still owes me 10 minutes. I never got my 10 minutes, Raffaella. But in that hour of just listening, in other words, being fully present, I was finally able to communicate what I had dismally failed to before. Through my presence and only my presence, I said to her, you are important. You matter. You count. And whenever you're not present, you speak louder. Right? And here's the most powerful truth about being fully present. You can't fake it, can you? How many of you know when you're with somebody if they're fully present or not? Yeah. Can you tell over the phone? Sure. You can tell if they're watching ESPN. Being fully present is not a technique. It's like every one of the lessons and lessons from the legends. It's a choice. But it's a choice that'll rock your life. So remember, the past is history, the future a mystery. The gift is now. That's why we call it the present. And learn from the great John Wooden and the great Pat Summitt that you'll build trust and you'll build people by being fully present. We'll see you next time on another Lessons from the Legends.